We want to simplify this rational expression. A rational expression here has a trinomial over a binomial. Just basically a 3-term thingy over a 2-term thingy. Well, to factor it, again, or to simplify it, we want to eliminate its factors. But one thing that we don't want to do is kind of shortcut ourselves. And I see a lot of students that will look at a problem such as this and say, hey, I see an x squared on top and an x squared on bottom. Maybe I just cancel both of those guys out and I'm well on my way. Well, what we need to remember is that x squared, we really can't do that. That x squared is part of an entire term. And so when we mess around with this x squared, we're kind of messing around with everything else inside. So it's always a good note is one, let's put everything in factored form first. Then we can determine what we can eliminate and what we can't eliminate. I'm going to factor the numerator, x squared plus 6x plus 5. And looking at it by inspection, looks like it factors down to x plus 5 and x plus 1. The numerator, or the denominator, one of our favorites, it's a difference of 2 squares. X squared minus 25. And that always factors down into x plus 5, x minus 5. One of our favorite factors that we can do. Now that I have our original problem rewritten in factored form, now I can go through and start chopping things up. And what I see is, I see an x plus 5 that's a common factor to the numerator and the denominator. So the x plus 5, I can cancel it with the x plus 5 on the bottom, because essentially it's just a clever version of 1. And we can multiply anything by 1. So I'll eliminate both of those, and I'm left with an x plus 1 over an x minus 5. And that is my final version of the simplified rational expression. Again, we kind of need to make sure that this is true for all x's such that the original denominator doesn't crash and go to 0. And that happens when x equals 5 and x equals negative 5. But from here on out, we're just going to always assume that we're talking about all the solutions that do not make that original equation crash. So once again, x squared plus 6x plus 5 over x squared minus 25. If I were to be asked to simplify that, it would simplify down to x plus 1 over x minus 5.